Erickson's work is quite different than classical hypnosis and from most of the forms of therapy because he was not terribly interested. He didn't say you can't talk about it, but he was not really interested in, there's a client who comes to me and says, I'm 60 kilos overweight and I have to lose weight and I've tried everything. Erickson and I don't. What do you eat? What kind of diets have you been on? Is anybody else in your family? We're not looking for a history or the specific trauma. In fact, I might never even talk about obesity. I'm thinking of one client where she lost the 50 kilos, and at the end she said to me, "This is very strange. I've lost the weight and the weight is staying off. But you never directly talked about my weight." Now, what we did talk about is that I don't know, but she knew exactly what she should be eating that would be healthy and support and nourish her. And she probably knew that those 3 pieces of pie and 4 tablespoons of sugar in her coffee in the morning, that I don't know, but she knew what was beneficial to her and what wasn't, but that it would be impossible for her to place that food in her mouth, impossible, without knowing she was making a life choice. I also talked about her, and I remember saying to her, "Are you very good at your work?" "Oh yes, I'm top in my work." I said, "So you really are one of the best. You're right size at work. You're really good, yes. And in your personal life, do you really feel, other than the trouble with your weight, do you really feel that you're in a good place?" "Oh yes, people really like me, and I have a good sense of humor, and I have lots of friends." I said, "So you're right size?" I said, "I don't know, but I'm very interested and curious to know when something in you will decide to be your right size physically. I don't know, but you will know." And then we went on. Or at other times, I would talk to her because she did like nature, about, isn't it nice to go on this mountain trail and climb and climb and climb. And you get to the top of the mountain and there's a beautiful rock to sit on and you have this beautiful vista and you just sit there and it's so rewarding and it just opens your heart and it's so comfortable when you're not out of breath. And then I would go on. Now, of course, if you're 50 kilos overweight, you're going to be out of breath. But her unconscious mind can say, that's a good goal. And if I'm going to get to the top of that mountain and I'm going to enjoy everything that I enjoy and still not be out of breath, I have to lose weight. And slowly but surely, those simple 3 suggestions, no history of her family, no policing her diet, no real conversations about her obesity, except she would like to be her right size. And her unconscious mind, because our unconscious mind is not a Freudian unconscious mind, it's about our evolution, could say, that's good for my evolution, and set that as a goal. And that's the power of Erickson's work. Many times clients will say, I don't know what we did, but you know what? I don't care because it's gone. Or it's part of me, but it doesn't affect me the same way. Or I've lost the weight and I'm keeping it off, and I no longer have that compulsion to eat anything and everything in front of me. I eat when I'm hungry. These are changes that will be life changes. And Erickson's work is always life affirming. The client that says, I'm 50 kilos overweight and you have to have me lose weight, if you join in even with a deep discussion or getting the details, you're basically saying to them, this is not life affirming, you have to change that. Rather than producing an attitude from yourself and within the other person, I like my life, I want to affirm it. They'll figure out what diet to be on, they'll figure out what exercise to do, and the weight will come off, but it will come off in a way in which it's congruent and it stays off. That's the power of Ericksonian hypnosis.